right, so welcome back to my channel. If you have been here before, thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiara, the Psychic Transformation Specialist, your go-to psychic as well. And this is the video for the personal year 5s. So this is January 2025 energy read, numerology forecast for our personal year number 5s. Now, if you are unsure, if you clicked on the right video, you want to know how to calculate your personal year number, all you have to do is add the digits from your birth month and the digits from your birth day with our current year, which is 2025, which was reduced down to a single digit number, which is the number 9, because we're in a universal 9 year. So you'll take your birth month, your birthday, and add it to 9, and then whatever the sum of that is, you reduce it down to a single digit number, unless it's 11 or 22, and that would be your personal year number. So so hopefully you are here and you clicked on the right video, and if you are personal year 5, this is going to be your energetic read for January 2025. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do was first tap into the energy of what January universal energy is, and then go into what your personal year and personal month energy is looking like for this time. Okay, so to tap a little bit more into this universal 9 energy, and that's the year 2025 is the universal 9 energy. We are in a year of like endings and coming to closures, different things that are starting to wrap itself up, because we're at the end of a cycle. We go through 9-year cycles, 9-month cycles, and so now that we're in this 9 energy is going to be impacting a lot of us right now. So just pay attention to that. But if you want to know exactly how to navigate the energy of each month and really kind of get the hang of what's actually going on and how to attract more benevolence in your life, because that's the hidden gem in 2025 is benevolence. Go ahead and get my Essence of Benevolence wall calendar. This is a numerology guide to success. I created this calendar for us to really get the hang of each month's energy. And so what I did was I went through and I completed different forecasts, and I literally set it up so that you can have not only a beautiful calendar, but you can have guidance, numerology guidance, and channel messages from yours truly on how to navigate the energy of what is actually going on. So given that I'm recording this during a time that we're getting closer to the middle of the month, I want you to get a hang of what it is that is going on. January already has been an interesting month, energetically and physically and emotionally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you what January 2025 forecast is on this calendar, and then you can go ahead and click the link in the description box and get your calendar as well, because they're going pretty quickly, by the way. So the universal month, because we have our universal energy, then we have our personal energy. So the universal energy for January 2025 is a universal 1 month, okay? And this is what it says. January can be a challenging month, especially in the early to mid part, when decisions require careful thought and reevaluation. Acting too quickly without balancing intuition and reason could possibly lead to health problems or physical symptoms stemming from an internal imbalance. During this time, the world may appear chaotic, leaving many unsure of which direction to take due to various distractions in the media or global financial issues. It's essential to find our center and allow things, people, and structures to naturally fall away. The collective energy will affect everyone, so focusing on our purpose, personal growth, and the release of self-limiting beliefs is crucial. True harmony will emerge from within later in the month. We will have the opportunity to shape our lives according to our own values and embrace diplomacy and respect for our differences, should we choose to do so. To infuse more benevolence into your life, the Universal 1 month invites you to reflect on the question, what beliefs must I change to facilitate the essential transformations in my life? So that is the universal 1 month, and this is the energy that we're all in right now. This is what's collectively impacting all of us. So I do want you to take into account what that is looking like and what that means for you, because the personal year 5 energy is an interesting one to be in. I'm going to say the least. Okay, so what I will say is that the personal year 5, you are in a personal year 5, which 5 is the number of change. It's the number that governs emotions. It's the number that allows you to express yourself and is encouraging you to express yourself from the heart. And actually, a lot of the work that you're going to be doing is going to be heart-centered. And so whenever I work with clients and I tell them about like the personal year number 5, I always tell them, like, you know what, just expect the unexpected. Okay, there's really not much that I can tell you to do as far as getting prepared for the unexpected. That's really what I can say. And so what happens during a 5 year is that you learn that, excuse me, my computer is doing some things, but like you learn quickly, very quickly, that life comes at you quickly, and like change can happen like that. And it's a year that you want to experience more adventure. You want to have more fun. You want to do more of like what your heart is telling you to do versus like what logic is telling you, or what your brain may be telling you, or what people may be telling you. And so 5 energy is all about really experiencing freedom, a sense of freedom in a way that you haven't experienced before. So like last year was a 4 year for you, so you may have been like feeling a little bit restricted or limited to certain things. It may have been like financial things. You may have been trying to plan things and like kind of keep yourself in that box. But the 5 energy is telling you to leave the box and free yourself from the cage and fly and spread your wings and have these like experiences where your life is being kind of led through your heart. So yeah, so pay attention to that, because this year is going to be that year that you're going to experience significant change in your life, and it could be very eye-opening. It can be like new people in your life. It can be new job, new location. You may be moving, you may be traveling, you may be going places, more opportunities to do these things may be coming up. So pay attention to these aspects of things, because it's going to be fun. Now, it may not be easy. It may not be easy, especially with the 9 energy of the universal year. So although it may not be easy, doesn't mean that it's not worth it. And so, and also you're going to be finding yourself being connected a lot more spiritually to your path. And so you may find yourself starting new or ending some of the things that you were, destined to do in a sense. So you may be picking up some of the old, hobbies that you had, things that kind of brought you more joy in your life, and it's going to help you connect with yourself a lot more spiritually, and on a spiritual sense, and how to navigate the energy in a spiritual way, which is through your heart as well too. So pay attention to these things, because a lot of this year is going to play on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your ability to kind of just be like power through things and just be like, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life, and this is how I'm going to go do it. This is your go-getter attitude. And so you'll find yourself in that space a lot. Now, as far as as January 2025, we have our personal year number 5, which you're in a personal year, and then you have your personal month energy with January. So although the universal energy is 1, the personal month for you is 6. Okay, so you're in a personal month 6 in January 2025. Now, this is how I'm going to explain the 6. I pulled some cards. I did shuffle a few cards prior to the to recording, so I'm going to share these messages with you. But what I'm going to explain to you about the 6 energy is that the 6 energy is about family, relationships, caring for others, balancing your work life and your personal life. It's about love. It's about really diving into some of your emotions around the relationships that you have. And also 6 can be a very dramatic energy. 6 can be a very dramatic energy simply because if you want to think of the 6 energy, it is very much like a pendulum. So if the pendulum swings back and forth, when it's really good, it's on the really good end, it swings there, and then when it's really bad, it feels like crap. And so, and to just be 100% frank, that's how the 6 energy can come off in a sense. But the 6 energy is all about creation. Okay, so it's on the positive end about creation, because there's positive and negatives to all the numbers, but on the positive end of the number 6, it is about creation, and on the negative end, it can be about destruction. So a lot of times you may feel during this time, during this month, that there's a lot of energy going back and forth, especially like a full moon energy of releasing is during this personal 6 month for you. You may feel like there's destruction, like things are crumbling in a sense, or you may feel that you're in a space of creating and like want to have like manifest a lot more in your life. And I think in the midst of that, energetically, how I feel with this month for all of us is you're going to be experiencing a lot of different emotions, a lot of different ups and downs, a lot of different ways, especially in the beginning and mid of the month. And so like the 6 doesn't really play with that, and we're in a 5 personal year, and then you got the 9 energy, you got the 1 energy. So 9 and 1 is all about endings and beginnings, and so it's just a lot of stuff moving, and it's going to lead you, just like I said in the forecast, it's going to leave you in a space of you're like unsure of what direction to take, or maybe unsure of how to navigate it. Now, with that being said, spiritual energy, and the channelings that I was getting around this was that because you may not know how to navigate that energy physically, or you may not know how to navigate that the emotions that come with it, it's always going to have to be leading from the spiritual self. Like, tune into your spirituality, learn how to meditate, or learn how to become in a space of like a theta state or a zen space, because that's where you're going to find all your answers. It can come through your dreams. It can come through a lot of different avenues. However, with the 6 energy, you're also just going to you're going to be in a space where you may be torn a little bit behind how can I take care of myself but show up for people at the same time, because 6 is all about the family, so and the friends. So a lot of your friends may be calling you, reaching out to you. Family may be needing you in different ways, and more so now than they have in the past. And so sometimes you're just kind of like, how do I want to navigate taking care of myself and still being there for other people? And one of the messages that came up was like, you know, your true tribe. And let me see, this message, the first card came up was the number 12, and it says your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? And this is the Unshakable Peace deck that is linked in the description box below if you want to check it out. Beautiful card, but this is what it's saying. And as you can see, like there's these 2 women here, and there's the moon, there's multiple moons, full moons at that, and mountains, and it's just like being able to show up in a way that you didn't show up before, you know. So how are you showing up? How can you show the world the real you in that sense? And then I think for real, the answer that came with this was the number 23, which is prioritize self-love and care. When do you feel most nurtured and cared for? So one of the things I will say, and this is a beautiful card as well too, one of the things that I will say that I channeled coming into this particular reading is that we are, when I say we, I mean like people, like personal 5 years. I'm actually in a personal 5 year as well too. So one of the things that I noticed and when I channeled this was that like self-care was a big thing that came up. And I think for most of us, we're going to have to learn how to take care of ourselves in order to know what it means for people to take care of us. And and it was so many different things that was coming up as far as like, you know, nurturing yourself. How do you feel nourished? How do you feel fed into, and do you deserve that? Do you feel that you deserve that? Because you really do. Like, you really deserve to have everything you ever wanted in your life. And so it's going to take time to like kind of realize and be in a place of self-reflection, because this is also another card that came up. But the 3 cards that came up from my indigo deck was compassion, self-reflection, and you are special. But you're going to be in a space of self-reflecting, because now moving into from this point forward and the rest of this year, you're going to be in an energy that is highlighting specifically how you look at yourself and how you manage your energy, how you give off your energy, how you move through the world, what opportunities and doors you're going to be walking through, which ones you're closing, which ones you're going to be like really wanting in your life. And if you want those energies, you want the things in your life, that you have to believe that you can have it. In the midst of this, I am going to say, do not shy away from hard emotions, or the biggest thing with the 9 universal years, that we're going to have a lot more compassion for people, and a lot more compassion for ourselves. And that's why this compassion card came up, and also the self-reflection card has come up. The self-reflection card has come up. And then to reminder of you are special. These are extremely important messages. It's like at some point you're going to remember who you are. You have to remember who you are. You have to remember, like, this is who I am. This is where I'm going. This is what I want to be. And like, you have a purpose in this life. So be patient, but also know, for you to show up for other people, you're going to have to take care of yourself. And this is a kind of reminder of like, how do you want to take care of yourself? Because you can't ask people to be there for you if you can't be there for yourself. And so balancing out, because the whole point of the 6 energy is to balance creation. And when it's not in balance, then it creates the destruction. So you have to balance everything. Balance your work, balance your play, balance your emotions, balance your logic, balance these things out, so that you're not in a space of like confusion all the time. You know, it's not going to be an easy space to be in, but it's also going to be a space that you can get a lot of reward from. So the last few cards that I got, which was interesting enough, let me see where we at. Okay, so the last few cards that I got, which was interesting enough, was from the Numerology deck, which is also linked in the description below. The first card was the number 77, which is spirituality. That's the first card. The second card was 87, which was synchronicity. And then the last card was the number 7, which was personal growth. And if y'all haven't noticed already, that's 3 cards with all 7s in it. You got 77, 87, and number 7. Now here's the thing. What I'm going to tell you as a numerologist, the 7 energy is so powerful. And like, think of like the 7 deadly sins, the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 continents, the 7 oceans, the 7 seas, whatever. Like, think of the 7 as something that is extremely spiritual. And so with 77 being spirituality, this is telling you to tap into your spirituality, especially when things can feel very chaotic, especially in the beginning and the middle part of this month is like super chaotic. Then you have 87, which is synchronicity. So paying attention to the things that are happening, when they're happening, and like knowing that there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's all spiritually connected. There are reasons. Your guides are telling you things, your spirit's telling you things, you know, angels are telling you things. Like, there's a lot of information that's out there on like guidance on what we all are looking for, and it comes through synchronicities. It comes through those little tiny coincidences that we just kind of blow off sometimes. It's just like, ironically, this is happening at this time. Why? Let me explain. Let me experience. Let me reflect. You know, 7 is a number of sacrifice and loss, as well as spiritual connection and wisdom. So when you think of sacrifice and loss, you may be feeling in a space of like, I'm losing something right now, but in reality, you're able to learn that when one door closes, another one opens. So and then of course there's personal growth here. So you're going to have some type of growth during this month that's going to pivot and help you energetically throughout the rest of this year. So heed the messages, take it all in, and pay attention to what it is that you're trying to learn, what lessons are trying to come up for you right now. So when things are really good, you can experience it fully, and when things aren't the best, you can learn something from it and have that personal growth, and just kind of approach it in a way of like, you know what, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to extend compassion to myself and to others, but I need to learn how to navigate myself through self-reflection, because 7 is a number of reflection and 7 is a number of journaling. So I would encourage someone to journal and be in reflection and go internally to see how it is that you need to be nourished, how it is that you need to be cared for, so that you can do that for yourself and show up for the world in a way that we can be seen all the way 100% authentically. So I hope you take that message, and I hope it helps you if you are going through anything, or if you are looking for more guidance and stuff. But if you are interested, thank you for, well, first, thank you for being here in a sense and watching this full video. But if you're interested in getting a personal reading, there is a link in the description box. You can see my website at queenswithlitdreams.com. You can look at the psychic transformation sessions. These are amazing sessions. I love doing them for people. And if you are looking to really get ahead of the game and look at what the rest of the year is going to be looking like prior to these videos, go ahead and get your wall calendar, the Essence of Benevolence 2025 wall calendar, and that is linked in my description box below. But other than that, thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. And also just please let me know how you felt about these. Like, what are you looking for? How you feel? And did you resonate with any of these messages? So other than that, thank you so much, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Happy New Year and take care. Bye.